Hey, welcome to the second course for the song Message Man from 21 Pilots' album Blurryface. I'm musically malnourished. You're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. This is where we take a deep dive, a look into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's hop in and give this song a look. All right, here we are. Message Man calls for real attention to 21 Pilots' lyrics, which have typically addressed bold themes like depression, celebrity suicide, and inner conflicts. The title is a play on words. In the chorus, the line, "Please use discretion when you're messing with the message man," is not only a direct nod to people who judge a song by its sound, but also a call out to the people who don't pay attention to the lyrics. Hey, you can say a lot of things about me, but that's not one of them. Here we are, baby. The comma in Message Man found in the official lyric booklet implies that there's no specific message man, but instead a message that multiple are missing. Oh. It's the message man, not the message man. Like, do you know the gingerbread man? Not the gingerbread man? Muffin man. Not the gingerbread man. I don't know why Shrek's in my brain. Do you know the muffin man? I think I have. Boom. Look. There it is. And it arrived all busted up. Let's see. Hey, guys. Okay. Yeah. Please use discretion when you're messing with the message, comma, man. Ain't no way the camera's going to focus on this, but in case it does. No, not a chance. Not a chance. Nothing. It's still on me. Okay, trust me. It's there. Trust me, bro. Okay. That's interesting because I did not pick up on that in the listen. The song was written and released at a time the band was receiving new mainstream attention. Vessel having spent time high on the Billboard 200. So a call to attention and discretion for their message seemed appropriate. Its rap-based sound and lyrical themes were later echoed by Levitate of the following album. There's always more to a song than what it seems. Tyler doesn't think a lot of people understand this notion. He's putting it simply by telling them that there are multiple messages in each of his own songs that he creates, which has been something we've talked about, that it's the one commenter often reminds me it's not one or the other. It's generally both and. When you're kind of wrestling with, like, is he speaking to this or is he speaking to that? It's like, yes, generally. Tyler is the message man. He is, in essence, the messenger. He's telling everyone the message of the song, which is that all of his songs have multiple messages. All right, let's get up into it. A loser hides behind a mask of my disguise, and who I am today is worse than other times. So is he talking about him? He's kind of the loser, but he's wearing a mask that's disguising him. And then who he is today, which could just be any given day, is worse than other times. Like sometimes you're at your best, sometimes you're at your worst. You don't know what I've done. I'm wanted and on the run. So I'm taking this moment to live in the future. Maybe meaning like on the run as in like trying to survive type thing. Trying to find his true self, resolve some things. So if you're living in the future, it's kind of like this place of hope this place, because if he's worse than at other times, maybe it's the idea, because that's who he is today, that he's living in the future, a different day, maybe where he won't be feeling the way he is. Let's see what it says here. Similar to the previous song, Run and Go, in which Joseph sings that he has killed a man and is now running, this is a similar concept, saying he's done terrible things and is now running from whatever or whoever's after him. Because the album revolves around Blurryface, this song could be when Blurryface was winning and had the most control over him. Blurryface killed him, or the person he used to be, when the fears and insecurities seeped into Joseph's mind. Now Blurryface is on the run, from who Joseph used to be, because he wants to be himself again, but Blurryface doesn't want to give up control. He's taken this moment to contemplate exactly why he's here and why he should continue to live in the future, like what he has to look forward to. This line is not printed in the lyric booklet, and this could be implying that it's Blurryface saying this line. This line is also similar to the last few lines in Stressed Out, which are also not printed in the book and are sung in the deeper Blurryface voice. Interesting. I wonder if there is actually something there. And maybe even if there's like a subtle difference in the voices. I'll have to go back and listen. Release me from the present. So the present is that place where he's like not doing so great. I'm obsessing all these questions. Why I'm in denial that they tried the suicidal session. I didn't fully understand this one. Now this one, please use discretion when you're messing with the message, man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only if you understand. So like, be careful messing with my song, the thing that's most meaningful to me, the message I'm trying to convey, right? Because that's really the motivation. I mean, Tyler had a message he wanted to get out, and the way in which he did it was through music. So don't mess with my message, man. Let's see here. These lines can be viewed as, wow, it's a lot. Okay, let's see here. As some form of introspection, therapy, or songwriting, or inner meditation. Most literally, Tyler could be in a writing session in which the producer or label wanted to change around a few lyrics, probably innocently, but ended up just making Tyler spiral. These lines seem to relate directly back to their older songs like Guns for Hands, which address their fans on the subject of self-harm. I'm obsessing all these questions. Why I'm in denial. Let's see. So when he says, I'm obsessing all these questions, he's talking about how all the questions that the clique have about their identity and whether their lives are worth living hit him deep, and he becomes obsessed with helping the clique. Why I'm in denial that they tried this suicidal session goes along with the other part of the chorus where people are messing with the message, man. Outsiders, or perhaps their label, want Tyler to stop singing about these heavy topics that to their perspective seem to heighten the depression of his audience. They ask why Tyler is in denial about the way his fans react to his messages. In reality, he's very concerned with his fans, and his messages have helped them acknowledge and survive what they struggle with. That's interesting, because I guess as I was going through this, I don't know, partly it seems to me like, okay, I mean, I can understand and see what they're saying, but it is definitely an opinion, right? It's similar to like how Eminem called a whole lot of flack because he, I haven't listened to much Eminem, but I know that he had some very violent things. And the idea being that if this is what people or kids are listening to, they might go act violently. And I don't know if there's any, statistics or anything to things like that. I could see some of it in like music that is about, alcohol, drugs, promiscuity, things like that, that it can drive that. Because I even remember for myself, when I was a teenager and into drugs, there was a song, gosh, I can't even remember his name, but it went something like Oxycontin, Percocet. So it was just all about pills. And when I listened to that, I was like in the middle of doing drugs and stuff. And I just like, I was like, yeah, that's me. You know, like I'm that guy. I'm the pill guy. And so I can see, obviously, I think music is very powerful and can move people in those directions, but it's not like Tyler is singing, harm yourself, be ugly to others. All these, he's singing against it. He's saying, hey, I've got the same struggles, these same feelings. Here's how I deal with it. Here's what I'm asking of you. Let's look for hope. Let's, face up to the things that we're feeling. And so even if a group came to him and was like, hey, your music is like kind of causing the opposite of what you want, I could feel Tyler being like, no, you don't understand. Don't mess with the message. Trust me. I know, and you may have these outlier cases, but for the most people, I think it's been healing and helpful. And many of you even shared in the comments, like when you came across 21 Pilots and it really had an effect on you and the words really helped you through. And so I could see that. That's really beautiful. It's a really tough line too. Like, watch it. Use discretion. It's a very kind way of saying it, but I can see the attitude in it. The lyrics aren't for everyone, and only few understand. You don't know my brain the way you know my name. You don't know my heart the way you know my face. So yeah, you only know a part of me. You don't know what I've done. I'm wanted and on the run, so I'm taking this moment to live in the future. My people singing, hope you're dead, because how could you sleep at a time like this? So that almost to me seems like with what's going on, don't be awake, be aware, and that's even the scriptures call us to that. It's like, don't be sleepy, like be awake, be about what matters. So the idea is like, if you're not dead, because if you're dead, you're dead. Don't be asleep. Like, how could somebody be asleep at a time like this? So either be dead or be awake. Wow, that's a powerful thought. People, they rhyme like this. We're all impressed by this. They rip it, flip it, but these are just triplets. He's almost like, big deal. Yeah, but you're immensely talented. Wrote this in 3 minutes, 3 words to a line. It's just poetry divided. I'm the kind of guy who takes every moment he knows he confided, who takes every moment he knows he confided in music to use it for others to use it. Confirmed. That's definitely what he's speaking to. It's like, which we obviously don't mess with the message, man, is I'm the kind of guy, I take every moment he knows he confided in music to use it for others to use it. Yeah, that's really powerful. Life is up here, but you comment below, and the comments will always become common. Motivation to promote your show's next episode. So that's kind of this idea of getting away from the message, right? Getting away from the meaning, just doing things for commercial success, because the comments they're going to be common. Motivation to promote your show's next episode. That points back as well to him saying, like, the music's not for everyone. The lyrics aren't for everyone, only few understand. So your brain knows to keep going even though hope is far from this moment, but you and I know it gets better when morning finally rears its head. Together we're losers. Remember the future. Remember the morning is when night is dead. Wow. Man, I was a little bit afraid listening to that. I was like, I don't know if I'm fully going to be able to wrap my head around it. I can't wait to give that one another listen. Listen, don't mess with the message, man. Repairman, man. If you know where that's from, put it in the comments. Thanks for joining me for this one. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if 21 Pilots music has helped you, drop it in the comments as well. The lyrics aren't for everyone. Only few understand. Thanks for being with me. I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.